So for this next sample I'm going to do is that I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam allowance of the button loop, and then this next part, this other fabric is going to be sandwiched onto the button loops together. It's going to be stitched the same seam allowance. And before, when I start stitching, you can probably notice how my fabric, which is a Charmeuse satin, starts fraying a little bit. So what I think it is important to do before, when you do anything, is that you should at least cut off the fraying, so it won't be interfering with any projects that you're going to be doing. And the same thing goes for the button loop. So I did cut off enough of it so that way it won't have to show off too much fuzz like it is showing. So what I'm gonna do is that I will have to cut at least the one or two of the button loops off, and then avoid any of the fuzz to start developing, so that way it cannot be able to interfere with sewing onto the fabric. Okay, so I've already finished sewing the button loop, and next thing I'm going to do is that I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna be using the lining to have it. Of course, it is, as you can tell, that's already sandwiched together with the self fabric and the button loop. So they're going to be stitched together, of course, with the same seam allowance. And then afterwards, I am going to iron it to have it pressed open. So what I'm gonna do is that after, when it's already been stitched, it's gonna be open and press, and that way it can, see the button loops sticking out. Okay, so I've already finished sewing and pressed, and so now the button loop is look all clean, crisp, and yeah.